What's going on, guys? My name is Assam from dopelifecoaching.com, and today I'm going to be talking about why she suddenly lost interest when everything seemed to be perfect, right? A question a lot of guys have. I myself had it in the past, and I experienced it in the past, so I know how frustrating and fucking annoying it can be. But I'm going to be talking about a situation that one of my clients had from yesterday, and what the issue was, and obviously the solution in order for you not to have to deal with this fucking annoying problem in the future, because I know how it gets. So my client, right, he's 28 years old, and the girl he's seeing is 30 years old. So in his words, they started talking, everything was perfect. She was telling him about how much he made her smile, and as soon as she would get out of work, she'd start texting him, and they just clicked, right? He really liked her. She was ideal for him, and it seemed that he was ideal for her, or so he thought. And then they were talking for a period of a week. Within that week, they were talking he said it was from 6 p.m. to 2 a.m. every single day for a week straight. Not to mention the fact that they went on 2 dates during that period. And so a whole week goes by, they go on 2 dates, and they talk with each other on the phone for 8 hours straight. And so the first date went amazing. And then the second date, I forgot how long afterwards it was, but let's just assume it was like, I don't know, 5 days later. They go on the second date. Everything seems perfect, or so he thinks. What happens? She gives him the speech, right? The tragic fucking the frustrating speech, which tells him, yeah, I don't feel the relationship spark anymore. It's exactly what she told him, word for word. I still want to continue seeing you. I think we should go out for drinks, but I just don't feel that relationship spark anymore. I don't know. There's nothing wrong with you, but it's something within me. And so when she said that, and then when he told me the story, I instantly knew what happened, right? Everything happens for a reason. Every effect has a cause. You have to know that. Don't you dare blame things on luck, because about 90% of the things in your life, or 95% of them, are not due to chance. There's cause and effect, cause and effect. Every effect has a cause. And so what exactly happened here? So his logical mind, listen, the difference between men and women, first of all, is us guys, we think in terms of logic and reason, in terms of linear thinking. Everything is, okay, if this is the case, if I do this, it's going to cause this. If someone says this, then they're going to do this. We think linearly, cause and effect. She said she really liked me. She said I make her smile. Therefore, that still applies today, right? She said she likes me, so she likes me. Done. Simple. That's a man's mind. Now, a woman's mind, when she said that you make me smile and this, and that, it was true, but it was true in the moment in which it was said. She was feeling very strong feelings for him at that moment. That's what he doesn't know. He was like, I'm very old school. I'm not into playing games, which I understand and I respect that. But the thing is, it's not much so about playing games. It's like, dude, you got to know this girl, and it's been a week, and you guys were talking on the phone from 6 p.m. to 2 a.m. in his exact words. Every single day, 8 hours a day for every single day for a week. Bruh, it's like you guys barely even know each other. It's like, it's not just that. It's how can you go out on a date and get to know more about a person if all you guys are doing is talking on the phone? Ideally, you want to see this person in person. You want to talk to them in person. You want to do activities in person. You can't have sex when you're just talking on the phone. Like, come on, man. And so what it does is it kills the mystery. It destroys the mystery, which is one of the things that women are very attracted to, is mystery. She wants to be able to work for your attention. She wants to be able to work for your time. She wants to be able to work for your commitment if she sees you as a, potential partner. But what do you think happened over here? Come on, like, being honest. Do you really think that this person made her work for him? No. No, that did not happen. It's very unfortunate, but that's exactly what happened, and I felt bad. But here's the big but. This situation is very salvageable, and for all you guys that are watching this, I'm pretty sure there's at least a handful of you guys who are dealing with this exact situation. When it comes to a woman backing off all of a sudden and she doesn't know why, you yourself have to back off and withdraw from the equation. So if you're put in this situation And a woman gives you a speech like that after you were talking for such a long time, and after you saw each other twice, and after also another thing, he made her food this one time because she was sick at home, and he made her food and brought it all the way to her house. And she thought it was sweet. And don't get me wrong, it is a sweet act, but I wouldn't recommend doing such a thing for someone when you just met them not too long ago. Let's say they met 2 weeks ago. I don't know exactly how long it was, but like, come on. This person doesn't really warrant this from you. And it's not because you're not a nice or sweet person. It's because you can't just give a gift to someone you don't know that well. If for her to feel that it's actually genuine, there has to be something to build that gift upon. There has to be trust built up. There has to be genuine feelings, not just feelings for a couple of days, but you guys have been talking for like at least a month, I would say, and you got to know each other really well, like at least a month, probably more than that, honestly. It's like the bare minimum, probably. And so that's what happened. But all those were the bad things about what happened, but here are the good things, right? The good things. So let's go over them right now. All right. So the good news is she still wants to see him. She told him she wanted to go on. She wanted to go get drinks with him downtown. They both live, in Florida or whatever it was, and she said she wanted to go get drinks with him downtown, and she might be available tonight. And he just agreed to that. Okay. Number one, when it comes to a woman giving you a might or a maybe, you don't fucking accept that under any circumstance. You tell her, listen, like I'd like to do that with you, but you need to give me a definite plan, a definitely yes or no. If it's only gonna be a maybe, then it's fine. We could just do another day. And then you put the ball in her court. If she really wants to see you, she's gonna be like, no, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. Like I'll be able to see you. And if not, she'll just hit you up some other time, bro. In which case you back off anyways, because she says she wasn't feeling the relationship spark. Like, come on. And by the way, back to the relationship spark thing. If a girl would tell you that after only meeting you by like 10 days, I would tell her something along the lines of, who said I was even considering a relationship? We're just getting to know one another, and it takes time for me to even consider that with you. Yeah, I really like you, but who says a relationship is something that I myself am looking for with you? We need to get to know each other much more before that option is even on the table. Then you throw it back on her, and then she's like, wait a minute, he's not so thirsty and eager like all these other guys I've met. This is actually a turn on. Like, I might actually, wow, this guy's solid. He has his own opinion. I might actually like that. So think about that. And also, this girl, she did not tell this particular guy that she just wants to be friends with him. However, I'm really expecting if things continue to go the way they are, which hopefully they won't considering the fact that I coached them, but if they continue going the wrong way that they are, in which she's getting a bit, I wouldn't say turned off, but at least emotionally turned off, not to the point where she wants a relationship with him. I'm expecting that she might tell him that she just wants to be friends with him because she doesn't want to lose him and she likes him, but she doesn't want to be his, partner either. Anytime, guys, a woman suggests being friends, you say, fuck no. You don't you fucking dare accept something like that. I know it sounds logical. It's like, oh, wait, if I'm still her friend, she's not going to lose me and I could change her mind and this and that. Don't you dare do that. If you really like her, you tell her, listen, I'm not able to be just your friend. I see you as much more than just a friend. You're very interesting. You're very intellectual, whatever the hell she is. You're very sexy. You're super attractive. I can't just look at you and be just friends with you. That's torture to me. Say something along those lines. Whatever, be creative with it. Just be truthful. And see what she says. And tell her, listen, if that's what you see, then it was nice knowing you. And you might even shock her with that because most girls do not get those responses. They get guys who are just overly eager and say, yeah, sure, we'll be just friends. And it's a fucking lie. There's tons of people I know, at least a handful of people I know. There's a girl and a guy, and the guy's with her. He's his best friend, even though he really likes her. It's all bullshit. That means you're fake. You're not even being honest about who you are. So don't be one of those guys. Those guys are, most women have encountered such guys. All right, so another thing. How to maintain your mystery. Here's the thing, right? We discussed that women are like cats and they like mystery and they like to discover that mystery. And men are more like dogs. We're just more like straightforward and linear thinking, sit, eat, do this, do that, done. We're straightforward. We got it. It's clear. It's done. With women, it's not like that. They want mystery, like I just said. But the question you might ask is, how do I be mysterious? Some dating coaches suggest this one thing, which I don't entirely agree. Like, I see where they're coming from, but I don't exactly agree with it 100%. Here's what it is. It's, oh, you should just, when she texts you, you shouldn't respond. If it's after this time, if it's after 7 o'clock, you should respond the very next day. Listen, if this isn't a life that you're living, actually busy working on yourself, and then not being able to answer her because you're genuinely busy, then that's perfect. But if you're gonna fucking fake it to her and then just not answer her from 7 p.m. until the next day, and oh yeah, just because I want to play hard to get and maintain my mystery, with all due respect to what these other dating coaches think, I think it's fucking retarded. You don't just do that. What the truth is of the matter is, what you should be doing is working on yourself, go to the gym, go to work if you have to, whatever the fuck you have to do. You work on your project, and then afterwards, when you're free, you give her your time. If this is someone you just got to know, why would you give them all your time to begin with? They didn't warrant that just yet. And even if they do, they should prove themselves to you before you consider that. And so work on the gym, do this, do that, do that. And then when they text you, then when you're free, you get home, you shower, whatever it is, you eat, you cook, you do the dishes, whatever it is in your life that you have to do. Then when you're free, you give them your attention. That's just naturally going to take care of itself. Instead of you forcefully and consciously thinking, I have to be mysterious. No, I'm just not going to answer now for the fuck of it. I'm going to post something on my Instagram story and not answer her just to make her upset and make her jealous. That's so fucking weird. No, don't fucking do that. Make yourself genuinely busy. Work on your own life. Work on your mission as a man. Work on what you have to work on. Women find that attractive by default. You're working on your future. You're working on yourself. You're becoming a better person and therefore a more attractive person in your own eyes and in her eyes. So it's a win-win situation. That's how you maintain your mystery, by working on yourself. Also, another thing, if you are on a date with a woman, if you're talking to her on the phone, whatever the fuck it is, by text, let her do more of the talking. Maintain your mystery that way. Be interested in her. Know a lot more about her than she knows about you. Ask her more about her hobbies. Remember things that most guys don't remember. Remember an incident that she told you that made her really emotional or really happy from her childhood. And then she's going to remember that you remembered that, and she's going to appreciate it so much, even if she doesn't tell you. Even if it's just her birthday. If she just told you this one time, and you're like, oh yeah, that's your birthday, right? September 4th. Oh, okay. And then she's going to be like, oh, wow, he remembered. He actually gives a shit. He actually listens, unlike most of these guys who just want to get in my pants. That's definitely something to think about. Also, another way to remain mysterious is to have interesting activities going on for you. And don't just give them all away. Let her ask for it. Like, oh, how was your week? Be like, oh, it was great. I mean, I did this, I did that. Talk about something that most guys don't talk about. Let me give you an example. Something I'm interested in doing, I haven't done yet, but I'm interested, is trying what's called a sensory deprivation tank. Long story short, it's you go into this isolation tank. That's what it's called. I know it sounds scary, but it's definitely not scary. At least it shouldn't be. You go to this isolation tank at like a certified, center for it. You go, and it's kind of like a small pool or a small tub, and it's like a giant, I want to say it's like a mini room, kind of like a tent, if you will, but with, a pool. It's kind of like a tub. And so they close it on you. Obviously, you can open it. And the way it works is it makes you isolate all of your senses from themselves. Like it's all to make you focus. It's all to make you present in this moment and more aligned with who you truly are. And a lot of people like Joe Rogan from the podcast, from, the number one podcast in the world, and I love watching his podcasts, by the way, they've claimed that it's such an amazing experience. It just makes you more present in the moment. It gets you more clear about your life. It makes you more focused. And so talk to them about something like that. Not to get off topic, but they're going to be like, oh, wow, sensory deprivation tank. I've never heard a single guy talk about that. That's interesting. And then she might be like, oh, how come you didn't tell me about this earlier? Be like, oh, well, you just never asked. Be a bit, mysterious. You don't have to give all your cards away. It's not that you're playing a game. It's just, you don't want to just, when you first meet someone, you don't just tell and spill everything about yourself onto them. Let them figure it out. It makes you more attractive too. You have other activities going on, and she's going to be like, oh, he has a lot of attractive activities going on, and that makes him a more attractive person. He's doing this, this, and that. Oh, wow, no one else does that, the sensory deprivation tank. That's just an example, but you know exactly what I mean. So in order to now gauge a woman's interest and make her more interested, you guys now know at least the baseline of what to do. Obviously, there's much more details, and it would be much better if you had me personally coach you, because I'll be able to guide you in the perfect direction and assess your situation for what it is. But you get the point, right? You get the point. It's much more, when you boil it down for what it really is, you're able to focus and just work about what you have to work about and go on with your life, and focus on what you have to focus on, and then they will come to you. Make it that much better. They come to you, and then slowly over time you give her more and more of your time when she earns it, right? And then she feels more happy about it because she feels like she earned you, right? Then you become a prize in her eyes. But if you're just giving yourself away to her and you're just making her food and you're just being a nice person, which is good, I understand that, but she's not going to see you as much of a prize. She's just going to see you as, you're too easy. I like this guy, but he's just too easy. That spark isn't there. So this situation for this particular person is definitely salvageable, 100%. And so I would recommend you do exactly, what you found in this video that I talked about, and just outline it for your own self. And the quickest way to get my personal help is to go to my website, www.dopelifecoaching.com. We still have free 10-minute consultations for first-timers. I'd highly recommend you go ahead and, click on that and get started. Or what's even better is obviously getting coached by yours truly. And I will work with you soon, man. Again, valuable lessons over here. It's a very important one, and a lot of guys struggle with it. Go ahead, absorb the information, apply it. You're going to be A-okay. Take care, man.